Welcome to Ferry Sloops, a non-profit environmental sailing organization that inspires people to appreciate and protect our magnificent Hudson River. Ferry Sloops membership is composed of a diverse group of volunteers, each giving in their own way, joined together by our respect for one another and our love of the Hudson River. We are dedicated to bringing people to the Hudson to sail the waters, learn the lore, and make a commitment to keep its water cleaner and safer, as well as preserving the beauty of its natural shores. A spin-off of the Hudson River Sloop Clearwater Incorporated, Ferry Sloops Incorporated was founded in 1979 and is committed to share the beauty of the Hudson River. The goal of Ferry Sloops continues to be to encourage people to appreciate and preserve our local waterways through sail training, hands-on crewing, learning about the history of the river and its environment. Throughout the year, we support various events directly related to the river, its environment, and its history. Apart from being on the water, we have social activities, river-related land activities, and fundraising. We offer sail training to our active members and take small groups for sails on the Hudson. Ferry Sloops is fully supported by the work of volunteers and financial donations. Ferry Sloops is a 100% volunteer-run organization with members of all levels of sailing experience and backgrounds. Whether your contribution is fundraising, education, sailing, maintenance, or financial donations, you can be certain that you are playing a vital role in the life and mission of Ferry Sloops. Ferry Sloops members are dedicated to introduce people of all ages to the Hudson River, sail its water, learn its lore, and enjoy the natural beauty of its shores, with the notion that they will themselves become advocates for the river and help preserve our national heritage. Our boat, Wimbrel, is a 22-foot sloop-rigged catboat built in 1984 by Marshall Marine in South Dartmouth, Massachusetts. She was brought down from the yards on September 13, 2005, and launched in the Hudson on October 1, 2005. Wimbrel's first sail with the Ferry Sloops was on October 9, 2005. During the season, May through October, we sail out of our home port at Chatham Yacht Club in Ossining. Members and their families are encouraged to come aboard to enjoy the river, learn its history, and become familiar with its ecosystem. We also welcome our members to join in trips to some of the many historic sites along the Hudson River Valley and participate in various Ferry Sloops activities. We sail on the Tappan Zee and Haverstraw Bay, where the winds, tides, changing currents, and marine activity make it a challenging yet rewarding location to sail. It is often said that if you can sail in the Hudson River, you can sail almost anywhere. During the off-season, members help with boat maintenance at our winter home located at Chatham Yacht Club in Ossining, organize information evenings, participate in fundraising efforts, and plan activities for the next season. You may be wondering, what is a sloop-rigged catboat? A sloop is characterized by having one mast and two sails, a jib, and a mainsail. A catboat is typically half as wide as it is long, and for its length, it can carry a large group of people comfortably. Catboats were so named because they behave like a cat, quick, agile, well-balanced, and quiet. The 315-mile Hudson River flows from north to south through eastern New York. Tidal waters influence the Hudson's flow as far north as Troy. In 1609, the Dutch East India Company had financed English navigator Henry Hudson to search for a northeast passage. He decided to sail his ship up the river that would later be named after him, Hudson River. Henry Hudson docked his ship on the western shore of Haverstraw Bay and claimed the territory as the first Dutch settlement in North America. The river was called Mahicunatuck, the Great Mohegan, by the Iroquois, and it was known as Mahicunatuck, the river that flows both ways, by the Lenape tribe who inhabited both banks on the lower portion of the river. The Hudson was named the North River by the Dutch, who called the Delaware River the South River. Haverstraw Bay is located between Croton Point in the southeast and the town of Haverstraw in the northeast. The bay's physical and biological characteristics make it one of the most significant estuarine areas in the Hudson River. New York State has designated Haverstraw Bay a significant coastal fish and wildlife habitat. By the early 19th century, The Hudson was plied by sailing vessels uniquely suited to the river's conditions. Tall-rigged sloops with shallow draft hulls and centerboard-fitted keels were able to navigate well up and down the river. Characteristic gaff-rigged mainsails were often supplemented with a topsail to capture the wind energy even in a light breeze. A few carried passengers, but most ferried cargo: furs, flour, lumber, quarried stone, farm produce, and even livestock up and down the Hudson River Valley. In the 1960s, concern for the environment gave birth to the Clearwater Organization. It was thought that a good way to educate folks about the river was to get people on the water. Instigated by Pete Seeger, the sloop Clearwater was built as a replica of the Hudson River sloops of yesteryear. In 1978, Pete had a smaller boat built of wood. He named it the Woody Guthrie and sailed it with the Beacon Sloop Club. Experience was teaching that wood boats require much upkeep. So Pete started a second, smaller boat, built like a sort of eggshell hull of cement and wire. The cement was cheap and durable. Finishing of the cockpit, topsides, and rigging was a community project. Starting near Kingston and moving from Yonkers to Hastings, the boat was handcrafted by volunteers. Sojourner Truth became the third Hudson River sloop. In 1982, Ferry Sloops Incorporated was organized to sail a 42-foot gaff-rigged topsail sloop named Sojourner Truth on her environmental mission. For 20 years, volunteers served aboard Sojourner, providing free sails at riverside festivals. Taking 10 people per hour, these guest sails have introduced hundreds of people to the river each year. With a brief introduction to the Hudson's ecology, people were encouraged to become advocates for the river. On September 11, 2002, high winds and surging waves tore the Sojourner Truth from its Hudson River mooring, sending it onto the rocks at Half Moon Bay. The craft was so badly damaged that it was beyond our means to salvage. In 2003, Randy King generously offered Ferry Sloops the use of a 22-foot ensign, which was sailed out of King Marine at Senasqua from 2003 to 2005. In October 2005, Wimbrel, a 22-foot sloop-rigged Marshall catboat, was purchased. Throughout the year, Ferry Sloops participates in various waterfront festivals and events that are directly related to the Hudson River, its history, and environment. Join us at our monthly meetings, April through December, for a potluck supper at 6:30 p.m. with a musical performer or guest speaker at 7:30 p.m. Admission is free. Each year, Ferry Sloops offers basic sail training in the context of sailing our boat Wimbrel on the Hudson River. Instruction is offered to all active, full membership level members. It begins with basic sailing theory, wind, points of sail, parts of boat terminology, boating safety, rules of the road, navigation lights, poor visibility, anchoring and mooring, man overboard, safety gear, emergency conditions. Members train hands-on sail aboard Wimbrel, our 22-foot sloop-rigged catboat, which is docked at Chatham Yacht Club in Ossining every summer. Our instructors all have extensive sailing experience, are CPR and first aid certified, and captains of the Wimbrel. Becoming a member of Ferry Sloops offers you the opportunity to experience the Hudson from a sailboat or from its scenic banks and help support our cause to keep its water cleaner and safer, as well as preserving the natural beauty of its shores. No experience is required. Members can come just enjoy the sail or learn how to crew the boat through onboard experience. Experienced, competent sailors are encouraged to further their training on our 22-foot sloop-rigged catboat with the goal of becoming a captain. Members are encouraged to become active in the organization, as crew, to serve on committees, helping with maintenance, participating in the various festivals, and promoting our goals. As a member of Ferry Sloops, you'll meet lots of new friends, enjoy onshore social activities, and the opportunity to enjoy sailing without the cost or expense.
I've got this river, I've got this sky, I've got this moment to help me get by. I've got this river, I've got this day, I've got this dream to keep it this way. I've got this river.